Welcome to the Iowa boys basketball display at the Iowa Hall of Pride. Since 1981, the title Mr. Basketball has been granted to Iowa's top basketball player of the year. Players ranging from Wade Lookingbill to Harrison Barnes. You can see them all at the Iowa Hall of Pride. From a 103-game win streak, 3 state championships, small-town Palmer, Iowa, led by Troy Skinner and Brian Pearson, put Iowa basketball on the map in the mid-'80s. Discover Iowa native Nick Carlson, who went from playing high school basketball in Iowa Falls to an All-American at Kansas.
With the 12th pick in the 2003 NBA Draft, the Seattle Sonics select Nick Carlson from Kansas University.
NBA Draft Day is it's not as much fun as you think. It's a lot of nerves. I think there's so much time spent preparing for the draft, working out with team. I worked out for 11 teams, and so much talk about who's going to do what, who's going to trade the pick, that when you get to draft day, it's your head's about to explode because you've heard so many different scenarios. So the thing that I went to New York and I was at the show, and I almost wish I would have just stayed home and stayed with friends and family, just because you can't really enjoy it. You get drafted and they take you off to do about 2 hours worth of interviews, and then you get home and it's like it's too late, you got to go to bed. You don't really get to enjoy it. But I think for me it was just a relief when it was all over. Something I wanted to do for so long, and you know, got drafted. But then it didn't take long to realize, you know, okay, now I got work to do, and now I'm playing against the best players in the world. So you can enjoy it for about a night or two, and then you start thinking about Tim Duncan, Garnett, those guys you're going to have to be playing every night.
Whether it's the legacy of Chris Street or even present-day Toronto Raptors coach, Carroll, Iowa native Nick Nurse, you can learn Iowa's great basketball history at the Iowa Hall of Pride.
Man, I don't know. There's so many things. I always say that, like, Iowa nice, Iowa toughness, Iowa spirit, Iowa togetherness is like a real thing. And I don't know, it's just everybody knows I'm from Iowa, all over the NBA. The guys that I see from Iowa, you know, we got an Iowa mafia in the NBA almost, and other people call it that. And I don't know, it's the people, right? It's the pride that they have that you're here. It's awesome to come back, and how much everybody followed, you know, all over the state, from high school, college. That's what I said to him. I came back and I said, man, the best part about it was sharing it with you everybody here, and I know I was sharing it with you because you all were texting me. Still got my Iowa cell number, 515, right? So I've had the same one ever since I came back from Europe. So there you go. Tremendous honor, right? I think. Listen, I lived and breathed sports in Iowa growing up, and obviously it's nice. I think. Like for me, I hope that somebody can see my story and coming from a small town Iowa and be inspired. That's really like where I'm at right now, and maybe some kid will come through here and say I could do that, and maybe they will.